Hello everyone, how's it going? My name is Andre Cobham, CEO of Horizon Media, and welcome to SEO Sundays. This is a new series that I'll be doing every Sunday. I'm going to be live next week just to kind of talk through, any insights into SEO. The premise of this series is to provide any help to beginning or advanced SEOers to become better, because it is, a constantly changing industry. There's a lot of changes happening, especially with AI in the mix now. So we're just trying to stay ahead of it. Just a little backstory. I have been in SEO for over a decade, worked across many verticals, many websites. I would say I'm more technical and on page than anything else. Local is important as well, but I would say I'm a very technical SEOer. I've seen, that work very well for me in the past. So I would say this series will start with me just randomly searching around the web and kind of giving you guys a view through my lens of, what we would do for any of our clients. Of course, it definitely has a lot more when you look at, looking at service side delivery and, anything that could be optimized technically. But I think from these videos, hopefully you're able to learn a little bit of, what you can execute right off the bat, whether it be, looking to gain clients or, optimize for a client. So we'll get it right into it. I am in an incognito tab, and I guess for you beginner SEOers out there, essentially what we are trying to do as SEOers is provide, I would say, value to our clients by increasing their ranking on, search engine results, that being across Google and Bing, Yahoo, etc. And how that is done is through optimizing on-site content, technical optimization, local optimization to essentially signal to, whatever crawler that is out there that they are the most relevant result delivered to someone that is querying a specific keyword. So SEO is, I would say, all-encompassing of a lot of things, right? And it is, I would say, something that we're constantly doing for our clients because it is so ever-changing. One thing that I'll throw out just as a tidbit is, when you focus on very high quality content and you do the correct things, you could definitely help improve the rank of your clients or even your website. And I know there's a lot of, YouTube videos out there, rank 1 on Google today. Sometimes you are able to find a keyword that has less keyword difficulty or is a new keyword or a very long tail keyword that you could rank for immediately. But typically when you're looking at, the entire, let's say, keyword universe and looking for very highly competitive keywords to rank for your client, that does take time, especially when you have a client that is in a very competitive industry like a lawyer or real estate or roofers or any contractors in a, highly saturated area. Just our strategy here at Horizon Media is to kind of blend both long tail keywords and high traffic keywords into our strategies, just to ensure, over time we have a blend of keywords that are ranking, right? Because you might have a keyword that's very long tailed that has, an average search volume of, 50 to 100. Versus, a more short tail keyword that has, over 500 to, 3,000 searches a month, right? So going after both of those is kind of what we've seen work very well. So yeah, we'll get into it right now. This is going to be kind of fun. I'm going to type in a random area, random city, and just look at the websites that are underperforming. This is a really good way to find clients as well. And, reaching out to them and just letting them know, hey, like you're on page 4 of Google and there is opportunity for your website to improve. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm going to go for roofers because roofers are fun. It's a great vertical to get into. Typical roof install may run from $20,000 and up, depending on the real estate of the roof. If you're able to, help even, 2 or 3 clients get, 6 or 7 leads a month, it's definitely lucrative for both you and the client. I'm going to go for roofers to Miami, which will probably be very dense, right? Very dense and right up in this coast. So yeah, let's do roofers in Miami. I went straight to maps because that's what typically people do. If you're on mobile, the UI is a lot different. I see some in here, some that have high reviews. So yeah, let's stick with roofers in Miami for now. For all you beginners at SEO, so you have your keyword here, right? And essentially your results are below. You have your paid advertising section. This is essentially a search engine results page. Sometimes you would see, a rich snippet that comes up here, depending on the query of the user. If they're shopping, it will change, etc. Then you have your 3 organic map listings on top of your 7 organic, let's say, URLs down here, your organic results. This has changed because back in the day with SEO, maps was its own thing. And then you would just have your ads and 10 results and no rich snippet. So this is a rich snippet here. People also asked these questions as well. All right, so another change that I think was rolled out last year is a continuous scroll. So you no longer have to click next at the bottom of the search engine result. It kind of is a feed like Twitter or Instagram or TikTok or anything else. It just keeps going and going. Which is good, I think. And in addition to that, these like featured images is something else Google's been doing. So for Miami, we'll just kind of look at the top competition here. So of course you have Yelp. These guys have high domain authority, a lot of backlinks. They typically rank high for any service industry query, and underneath that, you should have some individuals that have been probably around and have, high domain authority, a lot of backlinks, etc. What we are going to focus on is finding someone maybe on the 3rd page of Google or the 4th page of Google that's, trying to rank, and seeing if we could just, crawl their site real quick and kind of figure out what we would do in optimization. So yeah, a little bit more edification for, I guess, beginner SEOs. See this section here, all these blue links are title tags. Essentially, I would say this is your pull for the search engine to understand what exactly you're trying to rank for or what the page is about. And then underneath that, you have your meta description. Your meta description is more of a call to action to a user as they're reading. This is a Palmer Roofing, and their local fully service, etc. Don't ever stuff your meta description with keywords. It is good to correlate, like roofing. Be wise and don't look spammy in your meta descriptions. What I typically try to recommend is utilizing any semantically related topics or keywords, right? So here, roofing company, maybe local roofer instead. So this page could potentially rank for that. Including a phone number in your meta. I've seen this. Actually, it's becoming more prominent. The thing is, if you think about a user, right, on their device, mostly on mobile, right, no one's gonna take the time to come out of their search results to copy and paste this meta description into their phone application. So I wouldn't say this is best practice. What I would recommend is if you ever have a phone number that you are trying to showcase it right on the homepage in a very strong call to action right in the header, or having a nudge or something on the page. So since I've been talking about Navarro Roofing, I guess we could jump into their website and kind of see why they're on page 3. All right, Navarro Roofing in Miami, Florida. Okay. So it's a decent website, from the layout of it. It has a nice hero section, which I like. I'd like it, when people use, custom heroes, images that are not stock. This looks like, some beach house in Miami. Looks pretty good. Images are definitely high quality. I see this one has an image alt tag on it as well. What I believe is holding this page back is content. There's not enough content on this page. There's not enough content, and there's not enough, I would say, not enough internal linking happening, and there's just not enough content. So what I would recommend for this client, let's say this was my client, another thing that I see are these like overlays and button engagements. You have a contact, form that was, it was out when I first landed on the page. Another thing that Google has been looking at is the page quality, right? And Having pop-ups when the page first loads definitely degrades, the user experience. So, I would definitely recommend, to remove the contact pop-up and have that nudge maybe after a 50% scroll of the page. These guys, I don't know if that's something that I would probably showcase here. Maybe like a chat with a support expert, or just a call button would be good. And this probably looks the same on mobile as well. I totally get it. This also floating this high, I wouldn't recommend because it also collides with the header. And loading this page, I don't know if it's fully responsive. Let's give it a load in DevTools. So beginner SEOs out there, if you right click, hit inspect, or if you go to more tools or Control-Shift-I, you'll be able to hop into the developers mode. Developers mode is a way to kind of test to see, the assets that are loading on a page. So this is a waterfall that shows kind of like, you could also see the sources of what's like where the content's coming from. This is good for technical optimization. And of course you have like your elements, which is essentially your CSS next to your HTML. What I want to do is kind of load this website as, let's say, an iPhone to kind of see if they have a mobile version of this website. All right, so they do. So this site's not fully responsive. It has another CSS that's loading for mobile. On mobile, I think the mobile experience is a lot cleaner actually than the desktop experience. I don't really care for this contact form section, but I do understand, if someone is on a page just to, quickly get in touch. I think maybe hiding it as the user scrolls and having it pop up would probably be a recommendation to offer to the client. Now, one thing that I was looking at are these sections. So a little bit more edification there. If you are trying to rank for, let's say their title tag is Roofers Miami, their H1 doesn't align with that, right? So, just best practice would be to have both your title tag, meta description, H1s and H2s kind of correlate with the keyword that you are ranking for. So Navarro roofing here. What I would recommend is taking your trusted roofing company if they're trying to rank for, hold on, I'm going to go back here, roofers in Miami, and I would add roofers up here. So, this could literally be changed just to roofers in Miami, or maybe something like expert. Another thing is the height of their header is extreme. I would probably want to recommend to the client or this client to have this kind of buttoned up a little bit better. I like the social proof up here, but do we really need to showcase Facebook right at the top of the page, or do we want people to focus on getting in contact with the client? All right, so about content now. We can quickly check the page content here. I'll just drag and drop and copy everything down to our satisfied clients. Let's go to a word counter online. And let's see how many words are on here. So there's only 213 words on this client's homepage. I would recommend getting the homepage content up to about 1,000 words or more. That way, you're able to signal to the search engine that you have the authority and the expertise of what exactly you're talking about, right? In addition to that, just looking, down more here, you have, this looks like an H3. It might be an H2. It's an H2. Good. A commercial and residential roofing specialist. So it's interesting. You have roofers as a keyword in their title tag. They weren't looking for roofers in their H1, and now it's roofing specialists in their H2. Again, I think it's just content that needs to be optimized here. And I only see 3 backlinks really to commercial, residential repairs, and past projects. And not going to speculate, but most likely these pages are pretty similar. I see, this content is equipped to provide timely, understands the importance of your business. We work directly with you. Our team will completely elevate. So it's not really like it's different content, but I think I would, also recommend on this page, commercial roofers in Miami. In Miami, Florida, just to make sure that that's kind of tagged throughout the entire site if you're looking to rank for that. What's really interesting about this page that I just saw is that the title tag on this page for commercial roofers is actually for large projects in Miami. Let's just take large projects and type it into Google search and see what large projects means. So large projects as a topic means, development projects, it seems, mega projects, probably building out like an entire city block, or mass projects. Most likely with this client having large projects, it's not one of my clients. This website having large projects on this page for commercial roofing, it's probably not going to rank, right? Because you're kind of signaling to the search engine that you're really trying to rank for two different things. So, another thing here is like looking at the amount of content that's on this page. I think it's even less than the other page, probably 150 words or so. Okay, 221 words. Again, like that, it should be like 10x essentially, and 2,000 words about, commercial roofing. What is commercial roofing? Why is commercial roofing important? What types of commercial roofing do you do? Do you do metal roofing? Do you do, flat top roofing, tar roofing, et cetera, the, shingle removal, and then you have repairs, right? So commercial repairs and inspections, like, you could probably, write a ton of content, showcasing the expertise, to the search engine, and also making sure that all that information is backlinked. So one quality measure that's been released is EAT, right? And you want to showcase your expertise, your authority, and also build trust as a user scrolls down or the bot crawls, right? So looking at this page, if I was let's say, an owner of a commercial facility or a warehouse, and I came to this website and I was really looking to get started and work, I probably wouldn't get in touch just because there's not enough, I would say, trust that's built on this page. I might go over to the portfolio, but you'll see that the portfolio is coming soon, right? So do I get involved with this client? I don't know. Let's check out their Facebook. Oh, the last time that they posted was 2016. So I would say they also need some social media as well. I don't know. Maybe they're a small company, small business. But yeah, there's definitely a lot here. I do like this slider. One thing that they could do is take this slider module and also showcase it on their residential and commercial page. That way you have trust that's being built across the website. Their contact us page looks good. Again, I would probably signal, the title tag here says schedule Miami, proudly serving Southern Florida. Those are two different things, right? You're trying to correlate a specific location, Miami, with a regional keyword, Southern Florida. As an SEO, what I would recommend for this website, if they are looking to, target Southern Florida, to build out a page specifically for Southern Florida, and showcase, of course, the value that they do provide for individuals or companies in Southern Florida, residential and commercial. So yeah, this is a pretty, let's say, basic build website. It definitely has potential. So, that's kind of like how I would go through, just looking and analyzing, without getting into the weeds. Ooh, here's a problem on the about page. You got a few images that are missing here too. Again, quality of the page, right? So we're going to go to network. We're going to refresh here. I'm going to go to images to kind of see what's going on. Yeah, so no images are loading. Don't necessarily know why. But again, Googlebot's going to see this and say, there's stuff that's missing on the website. I can't load these images, whatever this is. Yeah, so from this analysis, what I would do then is kind of look at the sitemap of the website. And of course, this is going to look completely different depending on what website you're working on. The sitemap is essentially in how it's laid out. You have the ability to set priorities of what's going to be crawled and also the last modification. So we'll actually see that this website that's ranking on page 3 of Google for roofers in Miami, none of these pages have been optimized or touched since 2018. And you'll see that with the last mod line here in the XML. It was last modified in 2008. So yeah, this website definitely would need some improvement. And of course, the client really, I would say would be, if this was a client, would be the one to really decide if they wanted to be invested more into their business or their website. Because, or some individuals just want a website, they just want it up, and that's enough for them. They have referral traffic coming in. They may not want any additional traffic, but, Navarro Roofing, you could definitely rank higher. You're ranking on page 3 for, roofers in Miami with a little bit more content on here, with some optimization, with some new images, getting rid of this duplicate content on the about page, optimizing the contact page, launching some geolocation pages. Definitely rank higher. All right, cool. So this was a good find. Navarro Roofing Corp in Miami. If you do stumble onto this video, I'm not trying to bash your website. This is just more for edification. As SEOers, this is what we do. We try to find websites that are underperforming and help them rank higher on Google. So yeah, I hope you were able to learn something today. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to drop me a message in the comments. Email me. My email is acobham@horizonmedia.com. Yeah, get in touch. Good luck to you guys.